president can't just pop off or lash out irrationally. And I think we can all agree that someone who's roaming around at 3 a.m. tweeting should not have their fingers on the nuclear codes. We all know that if we let Hillary's opponent win this election, then we are sending a clear message to our kids that everything they're seeing and hearing is perfectly okay. We are validating it. We are endorsing it. You do not keep American democracy in suspense. Because look, too many people have marched and protested and fought and died for this democracy.
That was First Lady Michelle Obama and some of her remarks from a series of campaign trail appearances where she has hit Donald Trump as dangerous for the country. Tonight, for the first time, Mr. Trump is responding.
We have a bunch of babies running our country, folks. We have a bunch of losers. They're losers. They're babies. We have a president, all he wants to do is campaign. His wife, all she wants to do is campaign. And I see how much his wife likes Hillary. But wasn't she the one that originally started the statement, if you can't take care of your home, right? You can't take care of the White House or the country.
Joining me now, attorney David Wohl, who's a Trump supporter, and also Fox News contributor Julie Roginsky, who's a Democrat. Good to see you both.
Great to see you.
So people lost it when Trump responded. Now, there's a question about whether he has accurately quoted Michelle Obama, which we can get to. But let me just start with you, David, on the people who are like, what is he doing? You don't attack Michelle Obama. She has huge approval ratings, which she does. Don't go there, especially because you have a woman problem. Was he out of line?
So she can launch a verbal barrage of verbal missiles at Mr. Trump, and he's supposed to just sit there and take it, I guess, Megan. No, there's going to be blowback, as there always is. Look, she's a well-spoken, brilliant woman. She's inserted herself into the political process on numerous occasions, and when she goes after Trump, he's going to hit back. Now, what Trump said, as I recall, it was referring sort of, at least in a double entendre way, regarding Bill Clinton's philandering and womanizing and alleged sexual assaults. But let's assume that it wasn't. Let's assume she was, the statements were regarding child care, Megan.
Just wait, can you just pause there, David, because I want to tell them what we're talking about. Let me just...
Sure, no, I got it.
So what she had said, this is back in 2007. Michelle Obama said, one of the things, the important aspects of this race is role modeling what good families should look like. And my view is that if you can't run your own house, you certainly can't run the White House. But then, apparently, she made similar comments on the stump in another appearance shortly thereafter, Julie, where she expanded and said, so we've adjusted our schedules to make sure that our girls are first. So while he's traveling around, I do day trips. Hence the confusion about whether she was initially at that first appearance taking a shot at Hillary or whether she's just trying to say this is how Barack and I do it.
Well, look, I mean, if you take her at her word as to what she was saying, you read the totality of her speech in Iowa, which I did. She was clearly talking about the fact that they were a new family to America. She was introducing herself and her husband to the American voter and talking about how they manage their family and talking about how they manage campaigning for president while being parents of 2 young girls. So, you know, let's put that aside. I actually agree with David to this point. He has every right to attack Michelle Obama.
She's fair game.
Of course she's fair game. She inserted herself, as David said. She talks about him. She says not so nice things about him. He's, of course, more than entitled to go get back at her. I don't think it's smart politics, but it's not unfair.
Why?
And, well, because for the following reason. She is the most popular public figure in the United States right now. She's a woman. He's got a woman problem. And more importantly, by going after her, it brings up what she has said about him. And she's not a messenger he wants to re-engage, because if we're looping over and over again, as we just did, her attacks on him, that's not good for Donald Trump.
But the
I would
thing
not
is,
go after
David,
her.
you tell me, I mean, women do want to be treated equally. Trump gets into trouble when he starts, you know, calling us sexist names. But when he attacks a woman, not on the basis of any sort of women terms, if you will, but just like, I don't like her, or she's not smart, or she's... That's fair game. He can attack women, right? That is equality.
Yeah. I mean, it's the major leagues. And let's assume that Michelle Obama was talking about putting her family first and politics second. I think the implication, Megyn, was that Hillary Clinton puts her political ambition first and raising Chelsea second. That's even worse than the implication of womanizing and philandering by Bill. So either way you look at it, it was bad. And this is Trump taking a shot at Hillary Clinton, not so much at Michelle Obama, because this is what Michelle said. There's no disputing that.
Yeah, but he was saying our country is
Clinton.
being run by losers. We have a bunch of losers and babies running our country. And then he spoke about the president and the first lady.
Political correctness has completely ruined things, Megyn, and that's his bottom line. And that's why he's saying it ain't going to happen anymore. And by the way, I don't agree with the naysayers in the first two segments. I really believe this volatile campaign is flipping. Watch what happens in the next couple weeks.
Well,
I'm just telling you.
Go ahead, Julie.
I'll just say this, that loser that he was alluding to won a presidential election 2 times in a row. And so that's something that Donald Trump is not going to be doing next month. So let's start with that. And secondly, nobody's ever said, the people have said horrible things about Hillary Clinton. I've never heard anybody say she was a bad mother. That's a new one, even for me, and I've heard it all thrown at her. So I don't know where you're getting that information about her and Chelsea.
She's had plenty. He's saying, he's suggesting perhaps that's how Michelle meant it, right?
Don't know about that.
Okay, great to see you both.